Hi everyone, my name is Tutu Lola and welcome to my YouTube channel. So today is a story time. Drum roll. I'll be talking about my experience when I was coming from Nigeria to UK to come and study as an international student. Oh Lord. This video is quite overdue. Like, this story happened like 3 years ago. Yes, 3 years ago. It happened 2015, and since then I can't just complain. I'm just taking it in. I'm just taking it all in and taking it all in, darling. So it happened like this. So I actually got my admission coming to UK to study international business because my first degree in Nigeria was psychology. So I needed something to, and I worked in insurance company for a while. So I needed to change to banking, and I needed something to, and I needed another degree to change with. So that was why I was actually looking to study international business. I was either looking to work in banking industry or to work in a multinational company. That was the plan, to come here, study international business, and probably try to change my career. So I got my admission to study UK via agency in Nigeria, TGM Educational, Lagos. And while I was doing this, I wasn't really sure if I was gonna come and study in UK or go to Canada to study. Sorry, while I'm actually doing this video, I'm gonna take time to touch up my makeup, so I'm gonna get busy a little, yeah. So that was my plan. So I've been planning to travel since 2013, but I wasn't very sure. But at 2014, I was very sure of what I wanted to do, and I got an offer in September 2015. So when I got an offer September 2015 to come study international business, I was so excited because since 2013 I've been looking to I've been trying to get an offer for international business. Like, that was the core course I wanted to study that time. Nobody should tell me anything right now. I just want to study international business. Yes. Because I had planned about my life, about how I just want everything to work out. That's the kind of person I am. I'm a planner, and after planning, I'm trying to work towards my plan and everything. And of course, in life, you want to do anything or everything, you have to plan. Don't just allow things to happen to you by accident. So that was it. So so these people told me, the agency told me that there was this particular girl in their office. I think she had a bit of British accent. She said she studied here, but I'm not sure if she's from UK or she's born here or something, but she's a Nigerian, but I'm not sure if she's a Nigerian UK or Nigerian British girl or something. And she was so confident, and she was telling me that, you know what, Coventry is offering international business. Like, oh, Coventry, I've never heard about that place before. Where is Coventry? She's like, oh, Coventry is not far from London. Because I told them, yeah, I don't want to study in London because I don't want to be distracted. I needed somewhere subtle, like outside London a bit, but not too far from London, just in case I need to do some run around London to get 1 or 2 things done, to see some close friends and everything like that, you know, the social life and everything, like where I can actually easily pop to London and pop back, you know. And she said, oh, don't worry, Coventry is very close to London. Coventry is like 15 to 30 minutes from London. I was like, really, are you sure? And she was like, yeah, but I've never heard about Coventry before, you know. I've heard about Manchester, Birmingham. I've been to Manchester prior to that time when I was coming to study. Of course, I've been to London, but I was like, where's Coventry? Before then, I was just coming for holidays. So that was the gist. So she gave me, and she was like, oh, don't worry, it's not far from London. And meanwhile, when I was actually growing up, I was always have this imaginative thought in my head about no, going to study in England, because I've always loved England. My dad always used to tell me about stories about England and everything. Like it's like one of the best places to study in the world. Like it's serene, it's beautiful. Either you like going to US or you're like studying in England, it has to be England, England, England everywhere. So I had that thought in my head. So I just needed to like I told them about, I told the agency about it, and I said okay fine. So I got my offer to study international business in September 2014. So because I wasn't sure, I'm getting offer, or I wasn't seeing this course to study in any other school. Most of the schools then weren't offering international business. It was later that they were offering international business and management, international business and this, international business, or just international business. But most of them weren't offering international business. It was like the new course on the block, like a fresh kid on the block, like when you're just that unicorn kind of thing. You get what I mean? You got the gist. So that was it. So I was like, okay, you know what, let's roll with these dice, darling. So because I wasn't sure of coming to Coventry or to come to UK to come and study, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go to Canada. So I pushed their offer aside, and by January 2015 I wanted to go to Canada. I was just prepping myself because I know their admission is gonna take forever. It could take like, because I know the next admission intake is going to be for September, so I have to like start planning from January. And by the time I start making inquiries about Canada, it's from the same agency, and they start telling me stories. So you have to do this, you have to do, like, this is going to be a long thing, no, seriously. And 2 years for that matter, like you know. So that's what I thought. I'm like, you know what, let me just go to UK. So I'm telling you guys that within, so the intake for UK admission then was in September and January for Coventry University. So because I've actually pushed aside this admission for September, the only option I had is to go in January. And I'm telling you that I rushed all my medical tests, all my TB test, HIV test, this test, that test. I was going through, because I was living on the island in Lagos, then I was going shuttling from island to mainland. I remember I went for my TB test somewhere in GRA Keja, and I was rushing everything. Within less than 3 weeks or so, everything was ready. The school said, okay, you know what, you can actually come, but you have to hurry, but you have to come by the first Monday in February. So I applied for my student visa, of course visiting visa is different from student visa. So I applied for my student visa. I did my interview. I was in Water Carrington on Friday. They said I should come back on Monday. On Monday I was there, I was waiting, I got my visa. It was so express, it was so fast, because I needed to meet up with the condition of my admission, which is that I have to be in UK in school to do my registration in the first Monday in February. I paid my school fees, I did everything they asked me to do. I was just speedy, like trying to get everything done, because I know that if I don't do it then it's gonna be like in September and waiting and waiting. You know what, let's just get this thing through. That was what I thought then. So I packed my bags and I headed to UK. So when I got to Heathrow, this is where the sweet gist actually came in. When I got to Heathrow Airport, I had like 5 bags with me. I had like 5 big luggages, including my hand luggage, because I wanted to make sure that I don't need anything much when I get to UK, because I packed my clothes, my shoes, some books, some this, some basic essentials, because I don't want to get so you can start spending money on thrift cities or things which I already have in Nigeria. I've got like a lot of clothes which has got like tags on them I've never worn before from Nigeria, so I packed all of them. So when I got to the airport, and I remember checking out, and there was this look on this guy's face when I went to the information desk, and he was looking at me like, are you moving house? I'm like, no darling, I'm not moving house. But my bags were so huge. I'm not I'm not talking about boxes, I'm talking about those big those big bags. I think I was like, you moving? I was like, I'm not moving, I just came here to study. I was like, well, that's a hell of a bag. I was like, I know. I didn't even know it was much. I just wanted to, like, you know, full stop. I even packed in dummy just because they said it's not in London. I don't want to get stranded, you know. I packed in dummy. I packed grounded pepper and all of that. If you're in Nigeria, you know what grounded pepper means. It's like chili powder for cooking. Anyways, I packed all of that, and when I checked out, now this is where the horrific story started, because these people told me like Coventry was just 30 minutes from London, and I believed them. So when these guys saw my bag and was like, oh, are you moving? I was like, no, I'm not moving house. Okay, when you going to Coventry? It's like, okay, can I take the train? Because they told me I can take a train. Like, well, no, you can't take a train with this bag. Like, train, you have to go through underground or something that you have to take another train. Like, can't continue, like you can't move around. They're comfortable with so much bag. They have to take a coach. I was like, eh, coach? What's a coach? I'm like, okay. There's a coach over there, and I saw this coach. I was standing there, so I bought a ticket. I remember I paid £45. I paid like, it was supposed to be like 25 or 35 pounds, but I paid extra 15 pounds or 10 pounds something for the bag. And here we go. When I got on coach, I sat beside the driver. The driver was driving on the right, I sat by the left, and I was watching through the window like this, like, we will get to Coventry today. It is Coventry to, like, Coventry, here I come. Did I tell you guys that all this while they never booked my hostel? I mean, the agency, they never advised me anything about accommodation. Just said, you know, what you get is you're gonna see a Nigerian student like you. You're gonna talk to them. They're gonna allow you to stay till Monday, because that was on Saturday, and by Monday you're gonna be able to do your registration and get accommodation. They made it seem so. They made it sound like it was so easy. So I didn't book anything. I just had some cash on me. I was ready to get accommodation, of course, but I didn't book from Nigeria. So I just, you know, I was in the bus, and I zoomed off for like 1 hour. When I woke up, I was like, oh, I checked my time. It was 1 hour. I was like, I went to the driver. I was like, oh my god, I'm going to Coventry. I'm going to Coventry. You've passed. He said, and he was like, no, darling, Coventry's like 2 hours ahead. I was like, what? I mean Coventry. So this guy was like, yes, I know. Because I couldn't talk much because he was driving to distract him. I just have to say, I was like, but these people told me Coventry is like 15 minutes, sorry, 30 minutes drive from London. So I sat and we got to Coventry, really, and it was on Saturday, and it's because it was February, it was chilly, and they were something hot or something. So I just, you know, this is UK, innit? Like, you can't probably get lost. You're fine, you're safe. So I sat down and we enjoyed the ride, all of us on the coach. So while I was doing that, we got to Coventry eventually, and I got them from the coach station, and I saw this woman that was on the phone, and she was speaking Yoruba, which is my language, and I was like, oh, thank God, finally somebody to talk to. So I walked to her shop and I spoke with her, and she's such an amazing woman. Everybody, all the international students that came to Coventry that time to study, always testify that, gosh, that woman is such a blessing. She's always helping people out. Because when I got out from the coach, the school offices were closed, the school hub was closed, the admin office was closed, the student center was closed. It was just few Chinese students walking around. I didn't even see much of a black student. Seriously, it was chilly, it was cold and everything. And you know, my sisters and my brothers, they don't like walking around when it's cold. Like, they just want to stay under the duvet and sleep or something. So that was what happened. So I spoke with this woman, so I was able to stay in the Pra Hall, which is like a private hostel in the school. And the school is not like Coventry Uni, is not like Nigerian normal. Okay, it's not like probably like Unilag or other schools where you have like the school and you have like the hostels around the school, like in a very big compound that you can walk around. Coventry Uni hostels are like walking distances, like some are like 5 minutes, some are 5 minutes, no, some are like 10 minutes. And the Power Hall I stayed was like probably the shortest distance, which was just like 10 minutes. Others like 20 minute, 15-minute work. It's not like probably leave your hostel and probably jump to your class or something. No, it wasn't like that. It wasn't built in a closed environment. It was scattered everywhere like a satellite campus, and that was a nightmare. that was a nightmare, because I remember when I was writing my exam in my second semester, there are some places, some halls that some class they asked me to also go there to write an exam, and I have no idea where these places are, even though I've been a student for almost a year on that campus. We have to probably use a Google map to look for where we're going to or something, or start asking questions. And if you're not careful, if you don't leave your house quite early to start looking for your center, you're gonna get late and they won't allow you to write an exam. So it was that crazy. So now the struggle for accommodation continues. So when I got to the student center, they were letting me know that's my baby monitor. So when I got to the student center, they were letting me know that I have to sort accommodation myself. Okay, fine. Where can I get accommodation? There was no accommodation anywhere around school. It was that crazy, right? And then was that because I actually came late, there was no school around campus. The only place I could get was that pro hall, but they had conditions. Okay, fine, probably they'll give breakfast and dinner, but the condition then was that they won't give you food, no food on Saturday and Sunday. So I'm supposed to eat. There's no kitchen in the hostel. There's nowhere to like cook for Saturday and Sundays. I'm supposed to like buying food every other weekend. And when it's holidays, every student has to move out of that hostel. So imagine like being an international student and you're not ready to go to your home country, and you just want to like probably when it's holiday, you just want to like probably travel to some European country like Greece or Paris or something like that, and you have to pack all of your bags with you when you're not leaving campus, you're just going for like probably a week holiday. It doesn't make sense. So then and then I thought, you know what, I needed a normal place where I can probably when I'm on holidays still keep my stuff, cook, which is like, because when you cook it's kind of cheaper. You don't get to spend all your you don't get to spend your shopping money on eating junks weekends and eating school food. Like you just open to varieties and all of that. So that was what happened. So I couldn't go with that option of staying in that pro hall, and there was no other accommodation around school. But now they've got, for the purpose of people that are just coming for the first time, if you've not been traveling before you came to study in UK, please don't bring all your food stuff to UK. No, don't do that. I didn't do that. I'm just saying, because when I came out, I saw some very funny stuff with some student middle, but don't do that. There are a lot of African stores in probably around, I don't know where you're gonna study, but there are a lot of African stores in the UK. You can always order these things on eBay and they get it delivered to your doorstep. So don't spend, because I remember then that if you have an extra luggage in the Murtala Mohammed Airport, you have to spend like $100 per extra luggage. So $100 is like £70, and £70 can buy you like a lot of packets of Indomie. So why would you want to do that? It doesn't really make sense and it's not reasonable. These are what I'm talking about when it comes to misinformation. People misinformed you about things that you ought to know just because you don't ask questions. This is UK. And if you're coming during summer, of course, good clothes and have some money on you to buy some jackets and coats when it's winter. Don't stress yourself, just take it easy. You can bring some few books, but don't bring too much book because it's gonna add to the kg of your luggages. There are books in the library. How are you even sure that the books you bring in is what you're gonna need to study for your coursework or anything? This is so stupid. Sorry, no, use that word. Don't bring any book. That just few, like if you're coming for like anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a long one, but I hope you enjoy it, and have a fabulous one. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget also to click on the notification button down below by the subscribe button, which is down below. And take care now. My name is Lola Tutu Abo, and take care. Bye.